All right, on behalf of Training Fitness and Dietetics, welcome to another video. Thank you for joining me. We're continuing to grow. I promised you a video about hormones and how they affect your weight loss. So I'm going to give them to you. That's trash. Stick with me through this video and I'll give you a couple of fixes on how to get everything in check. Let's do it. Alright, so we're going to start with numero uno, and that's insulin. For those of you who didn't know, insulin is produced in the pancreas. Alright? So, throughout the course of the day, insulin is just like pow, 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 little shots of it, right? Now, you'll get a larger dose of insulin after a bigger meal. When it comes to hormones that store fat, insulin is the #1 perpetrator. Perpetrator? That's not right. Perpetrator. When it comes to hormones that really regulate your fat and store your fat, insulin is the #1 culprit. So insulin tells your fat cells to store meat. Insulin is the #1 hormone that's gonna store fat. So it is insulin resistant, which is stupid common. You got your blood sugar, you got your insulin, both of those shoot up a lot. If somebody's blood sugar is always high, their insulin is always high, it's just gonna create a chain of health problems. So I mean, from obesity to metabolic syndrome, and obesity is one of those things that it happens from just overeating, too many sugars, too many carbs, and even too many protein. Because too much of anything is bad. I don't care what people tell you, too much of anything is bad. All right, so now I'm gonna give you 4 ways when it comes to insulin to get that in check. For one, reduce the carbs. I am not an advocate of low carb diets for everybody, because your body is not like Timmy's, and Timmy's is not like Tom's, and Tom's is not like Betty's. So here we go. Reduce the carbs. For some people, that is a different amount of carbs. Some people can function on a little bit lower carb diet than others. Me, I'm naturally skinny. If I were to go to a low carb diet, I would shrivel up, disappear, and boom. So if you've just been eating whatever you want to, all willy-nilly, then a reduced carb diet is gonna be beneficial for you, because your levels have been your insulin level has been so high that as soon as you come in with a lower carb diet, those insulin levels will drop like that. Those reduced carbs, that leads me into my point. Number 2, avoid or minimize sugar completely. High amounts of sucrose, fructose, all of that raises your insulin levels, and that's not what we want. So watch the sugar intake, y'all, because a lot of times, we'll do something a little healthy. We get some oatmeal, some cream of wheat. We gonna put some sugar on that thing, baby. We gotta watch that. We trying to work on these levels. We trying to get our hormones in check, so we gotta chill for a little bit. Number 3, get in those fats. So like those omega-3s that you're gonna get from fish, nuts, plant-based oils, things like that. You need them in your life. And the last tip is simple. Get out there and exercise, whether you're walking, jogging, just anything that's gonna get your body moving, along with you following a better diet, watching those levels. It's gonna help. So number 2, leptin. That's produced by your fat cells. When it comes to leptin, is known or referred to as a satiety hormone. And that hormone is what's going to signal to your brain like, I'm good, I don't need any more food. So if you want to get super technical, we can. So boom, leptin, boom, hypothalamus, signaling to that area of the brain, I don't need any more food. Got it? Leptin tells your brain, I got enough fat in storage, I don't need no more. I'm good on it. The thing about it is, when you become overweight or obese, you become leptin resistant. So your brain is not firing like, I'm not full, feed me, which again, overeating comes into play, overweight, all of this is gonna tie in. So it's ways to remedy that situation, so let's dive into it. So tip number 1, and a way to overcome leptin resistance is to watch what you eat. Not just talking about carbs, but watch inflammatory foods. Did I say that right? Inflammatory? I think it's inflammatory. Anyway, things like sugar, refined carbs, trans fat, all things that you can find while you're eating out. You see how everything's tying in, man. I'm telling you, it all ties together. You just gotta break it down. But anyway, moving on. Number 2, start getting enough sleep at night. You know, a lot of people are functioning on 4 hours of sleep. You know, you're out, hey, I can't get me out partying, all that good stuff. No, take your butt to bed, man. There's studies that show that decreased sleep shows an increase in appetite and a decrease in leptin levels. So number 3 on the list is cortisol. Cortisol is produced in the adrenal gland and it's known as the stress hormone. It's called that because, you know, it's released upon, guess what? Guess. Go ahead, guess. Stress. And we know that people use food for comfort, especially desserts. Stress, desserts. I know y'all seen, you know, desserts spelled backwards is stress. You're eating for comfort. But sometimes when you're stressed out, you just overeat, you know, and it's just like you're eating to feel better. You know, it tastes good, so you start to feel better, or so you think. That's why anytime you start on a fitness journey and you're working out and you're doing things to get in a better shape, you have to watch your stress level. And cortisol can be super, super tricky because, you know, you'll say, all right, I'm going on a diet to eat, you know, those reduced carbs, less refined sugar, less trans fat, and things like that. But if that diet is too strict, that in itself is gonna stress you out. And that stress is gonna do what? Raise them cortisol levels. You gotta have a balanced diet, you know? So the same thing I tell my clients, you know, do what you have to do, and then boom, you can do what you want to do. You can go 5 days on, 2 days off. You can go 3 days on, a day off. You can go a whole day, you know, eating things that you're supposed to, but one meal is something that, you know, that might not be the healthiest, but it's gonna level you out. So it's all about the balance, man, and that's what we teach here too at Trinity Fitness and Dietetics, baby. Dietetics, fitness, and balance. Follow that. But watch that diet and, you know, meditate. Find what makes you happy, you know? If that's meditating, listening to music, finding a hobby, playing with your kids, playing with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, anything that's gonna help you out. You know, working out for some people is a big time stress reliever. So, you know, you gotta know yourself and know what's gonna help you out. So let's move on to number 4. This is the last thing on the list. Thanks for hanging in there. We're almost done. So the last big thing, and it's mainly for the ladies, estrogen. So whether your estrogen is high or low, either one of those can lead to weight gain. So you really want to just be like good balanced levels. You feel me? The tricky thing about estrogen is that, you know, your age is going to play a role, and other hormones that you have to deal with, all of that is going to play a role with your estrogen levels. For example, during menopause, you know, estrogen levels drop, they plummet. When they were at more of a normal or regulated level, you know, it would be your thighs, your hips, those would be areas that you store fat. That shifts and goes straight to your abdomen. And when that shift happens, that promotes insulin resistance, and you just at more of a risk for diseases. Ladies, eat more fiber. I know too many ladies who have a hard time using the bathroom. It's because you don't have enough fiber in your diet as well, man. Eat more fiber. Another thing, ladies, eat those greens, eat those veggies, you know? That's gonna help you become a little more regular, and that's gonna help regulate those estrogen levels as well. First, with that being said about the veggies, and if ladies, really, not just ladies now, but anybody who has a hard time eating veggies, because I do, you might want to supplement. And there is a great product that I know that I trust, because I trust these guys. Animal Greens. This is a new product that I've been taking, and if you lack in getting those micronutrients, those minerals that you miss, use my discount code BJSmith10. Ha! BJSmith10. I got a discount code and everything. Y'all go check that out and give it a shot. I guarantee it'll help out a little bit. You know, it's always more beneficial to eat your food, to eat your greens, but something is better than nothing. And that's just a quick, easy way to get those greens and those micronutrients in. So check that out. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. That's a video for today. You know, I told you from the beginning, it'll be bumps, it'll be blunders, you know, but I'm gonna get it right, y'all, you know, so give me feedback, share with your friends, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next video.